So I want to do a quick first impressions of BJU English Grade 5. Tay just got this a couple weeks ago, and he finished Chapter 1, and I kind of want to go over how the first chapter's gone and what our first impressions of this book is. So first of all, the reason why I got the book was because it's both writing and English in the same book, and before we had been using two books, one for writing, one for English. So this was more convenient. Also, the two books that we both that I was using were both about $10 new, and this book I got for $11 on Amazon. So about $20 versus $11, you know, save some money. And it's a bit more challenging than what we had been using before. And we were using different workbooks. We had a grammar book, and I've shown that before. We also used Spectrum. And so a combination of it being, you know, two subjects in one, and being a bit more challenging and a bit more inexpensive as well. So that's why I chose this book. The book is what it looks like. It's 16 chapters, and it's really thick. It's kind of like a really thick workbook, and what it is the workbook and the textbook are the same book. Now, I personally, coming from a public school background, was expecting to have to buy two books, one hardcover textbook and one softcover or paperback workbook, but this is all one book, and so that was a nice surprise. I did not know that was the way that this was, but so when you usually get workbooks, and what I'm used to seeing in workbooks is the yellowish, brownish pages, you know, it's, you know, because it's meant for writing on. But this is actually a full color, really nice looking book. It looks like a textbook in the inside. It's just you're supposed to write on it. There are 307 pages that are the actual work pages, and then there's some stuff for review in the back. And let's see, the chapters go back. I'm looking at my notes, sorry. The chapters alternate between writing or grammar and writing. So the first chapter is a grammar chapter, and it covers sentences and prepositions and diagramming sentences, and then the next chapter will be a writing chapter, and it goes back and forth like that from writing to grammar to writing all the way through the book. Let's see, it's very colorful on the inside. There's lots of pictures, and there's also some references to other BJU material, like BJU reading. So if your student has had BJU reading before, they're going to recognize some of the literature references in the book. There's also connections to biblical and moral teachings and biblical accounts in the book, and I thought that was a good thing for us since we're a Christian. I also like the way that it's pretty straightforward. Our other choice for English was, I had it over here, because the way that Tay is doing his English, I'm having him do, because he's behind. So what I'm having him do is one full curriculum, so he'll do a full 5th grade curriculum, but for his 4th grade curriculum, he just did a small workbook that took him, I don't know, I guess like he worked on it over the summer and a little bit this year. So that's how we're doing it. So I'm just using short workbooks to bridge certain grades, to cover certain grades that will bridge two grades together. So the workbook bridged the 3rd grade to the 5th grade. And so for 6th grade, he'll have another workbook. And I was planning on using this 7th grade textbook for, and this is actually from K-12, but, and I might do a video about this later on, this is actually more, even though it's K-12, I'm pretty sure, it actually is organized more in the way a book for public school would be, and I'm finding, after having used both public school and homeschool materials, I'm finding public school stuff does not always transfer very well to a homeschool setting. And I might do another video on that as to why. But because BJU is more geared towards homeschoolers and some private Christian schools, I find that it works better for the way that we do things. And so I'm probably going to sell that one, and I'll probably, if this curriculum continues to go well, end up getting a BJU for 7th grade or some other sort of homeschool geared type of materials. We've gone over the first chapter, like I said, and he did like it. I think that the colorfulness of the book is appealing to Tay, which is kind of surprising. I think he just likes a change of pace. He doesn't have a whole lot of really colorful stuff, mostly just because he never really seemed to like that before. But I think the way that this is laid out, I think he seems to like it because it's something that he's gravitated towards when he does his lessons, because he gets to choose what order he does his work, and this is something that he usually goes to first. So I think that, and I think kind of the something else that I think he was interested in was the sentences we're talking about how to do things, like how to grow corn and how other things work, and so I think he liked that as well. So this is something that he's now, I don't know how he'll feel when we get to the writings, because that's not something he likes, but so far he's liked working on this with chapter 1. However, if you do have a kid that is distracted a lot, like Kaya, this might not be so good for him because he gets distracted easily by a lot of pictures. So if that is your child, then that might not, you might want to take that into consideration. Just have that in mind. But yeah, I really do like the colors. Let you guys see this a little bit. It's kind of hard, but you know, it's a lot going on. But so far, so good, and the lessons have been pretty straightforward. Tay has not had any trouble understanding it. Of course, we work a bit slower than others would, but he's been able to grasp the concepts and understand how to diagram sentences and that type of thing. So I really like it. I think it's, I don't remember diagramming sentences as a kid, but I think it's been helpful for him because it's kind of helped him realize where the predicate and the subject of a sentence are. So that is our first impressions of BJU English, and later on when we finish the book, I'll come back and tell you our overall experience. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.